Barcelona, AD 303, smelled of salt fish and panic. Emperor Diocletian's edicts had just hit town, turning private prayers into capital crimes. Governor Dacian arrived with a clear brief: wipe the local Christians off the map. Families hid scrolls under floorboards and slipped out before sunrise to whisper the Lord's Prayer in candlelit kitchens. Into this mess came Eulalia, born 289 AD to a minor noble family. The chroniclers didn't bother with a girl's first steps or scraped knees. They were busy tracking legions. But Eulalia memorized alleyways like other kids learn hopscotch, and by 13 she'd had enough of whispering. One spring morning she gave her parents the slip, crossed the forum, and marched straight up the palace steps. "I'm a Christian," she told Dacian, voice steady. "Hurt his servants and you hurt him." The room went dead quiet. A kid had just called the emperor's bluff. Dacian offered the usual deal: a quick bow to Jupiter and she could go home for supper. She refused. Guards grabbed her, dragged her down to the state cells, and slammed the door. Word raced through the city faster than gossip at a fish market. Some locals laughed, kids these days, but others lit oil lamps in hidden chapels, just in case the gods were watching. Dacian decided on a syllabus: 13 tortures, one for every year of her life. Lead-tipped whips snapped across her back, iron claws raked her sides, torches pressed to open wounds, the air stank of burnt linen and flesh. They sliced off her left breast, an ancient brand that screamed criminal. A millstone looped round her neck. They paraded her so the crowd could gawk at courage. They stuffed her into a barrel lined with broken pottery, rolled it downhill, today's by Shada de Saint Eulalia, until the wood burst like a dropped melon. Reed splinters slid under fingernails, boiling oil trickled down her thighs. Soldiers laughed at her scream's pitch. They yanked her hair, taking scalp with it. A bronze grill, slow fire, and the sizzle of human meat. Salt rubbed into every blister. Tied to a stake while archers practiced, deliberately wide of kill shots, not by much. Finally they stripped her, nailed her to an X-shaped cross, still talking to God in a voice that wouldn't quit. After each round she whispered, "I am his." When the last spike went in, the sky did something impossible: snow in Mediterranean spring. Flakes drifted onto her torn body like a mercy blanket. A white dove rose from her lips, circled once, vanished. Eulalia was gone. Dacian wasn't done. He ordered her corpse thrown beyond the walls for the dogs. 2 Christian women risked everything to steal her body at night and bury it under a simple wooden cross marked with 13 notches. 4 centuries pilgrims slipped out to pray where she lay. When the Moors swept in, her bones went on the run again, hidden in barrels, smuggled from village to village. In 1339 Barcelona welcomed her home. They laid her beneath the brand new Gothic cathedral now named after her. The empire that killed her had crumbled. The teenager had become the city's quiet patron. Step into the Cathedral of the Holy Cross and Saint Eulalia on any afternoon, and the tourists are looking up at the ceiling. Locals look down, descend the narrow stairs to the crypt. There's her alabaster sarcophagus, so finely carved you can trace the whip's path in stone. Up in the cloister, 13 white geese gabble softly in the garden. 1 goose per torture, kept there since the Middle Ages as living reminders. Every 12 February the streets erupt for Louisiana Laia. Human towers, candles shaped like X-shaped crosses, drums. Somewhere a grandmother swears that if you press your ear to the cathedral door that night you'll hear 13 soft footsteps and the rustle of wings. History keeps statues of emperors. Memory keeps a 13-year-old who wouldn't trade truth for safety. Next time Barcelona's skyline glitters, look past the neon. Picture a girl carrying a palm branch and a cross, her reflection in every modern window built over Roman stones. Ask yourself the question she answered: what am I willing to endure so that what matters isn't forgotten? If stories like this, hidden crypts, forgotten martyrs, real people who shape the places we think we know, are your thing, hit subscribe. History's still writing, and you just turned the page.